Okay, so you know how you guys send us all this really interesting stuff?
Yeah, totally.
Well,
Yeah.
this one's from the HypnoVibes YouTube channel.
Right. Yeah, the Hypnovibes folks.
And it's I mean, it's right up our alley.
Yeah, totally is.
Really interesting. It's well, hypnosis, right?
Hypnosis, yeah.
So, you've got this hypnotist, her name is Naomi, and then she's got this participant, her name's Jessica.
Okay.
And Jessica, under hypnosis, she has what some people would call channeled energy, right? She's got this vision, this experience
Oh, yeah.
of a potential future Earth. So what we're going to do is we're going to deep dive into it
Right on.
and we're going to unpack it
Yeah.
and just see what's there.
Absolutely.
that.
I'm fascinated. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, me too. It's I mean, you know how we always say,
Yeah.
we're not saying any of this is true, right?
Of course.
We're not saying this is the future. We're just saying
Yeah.
this is what this person experienced under hypnosis.
Right, exactly. It's a narrative. It's a story almost,
Yeah. And it's a really compelling one.
It is.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, so we've got alien contact, right? Societal shifts,
Oh, wow. Those are big.
a transformed planet. Like, this is big stuff, right?
Huge, huge stuff.
So, okay. So the vision starts, right?
Yeah.
And Jessica's consciousness, it finds itself, okay,
Yeah.
it's connected to a spaceship, right?
Okay.
But she clarifies it's not her physical body. It's
Yeah.
she's on the ship, her consciousness is.
Right. She's kind of observing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's nighttime, around 9 p.m.
Right.
And all of a sudden, all the lights in Times Square just shut off.
Blackout. Wow.
It's a blackout
Yeah.
right in the middle of Times Square.
Times Square of all places.
I know. And she
Oh.
describes it like all these birds,
Really?
like 30 birds landing in Times Square.
Oh, wow.
And she describes them as nice and excited.
Nice and excited. What does that even mean?
I know. But it kind of sets the tone,
Yeah. Calm before the storm, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. Like, this big event is about to happen, but there's this weird calm.
Interesting.
Okay, so then we're introduced to these beings on the ship,
Yeah.
and people will know them, right? It's the Greys.
Okay. Yeah.
And Jessica actually feels a connection to one of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she describes this figure like medium height, male,
Okay.
big head, no name or anything, just this being.
Interesting. And there are more of them.
There are 4 of them, yeah.
Okay.
So, the Greys.
Yeah.
Classic alien.
Yeah, like the typical image. Yeah.
Yeah. Small, gray skin, big heads. So why the big blackout in Times Square? What's going on?
Why indeed? I mean, Times Square, that's a bold move.
Right. So
Yeah.
basically, it's to get people's attention
Makes sense, I guess.
because something way bigger is about to happen.
Yeah.
Multiple spaceships are going to land right there.
Whoa. Hold on.
I know.
Great in Times Square.
They're just going to land there. Like, there's no
Yeah.
space. Well, that's the thing. Her consciousness notes that they're there in their own way.
In their own way. What do you think that means?
Well, to me, it sounds like maybe they've got some kind of technology that doesn't.
Right.
That doesn't need physical runways.
Yeah, maybe they're not landing in a traditional sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what happens? People are freaking out, right?
Right.
Some people are running,
I would be running.
right? Some are running because they're scared.
Yeah.
Others, their phones are shutting down.
Oh, the technology.
Yeah. All the tech is going haywire
Wow.
because of the ship's vibrations.
Wow. So chaos, basically.
Yeah, total chaos. But here's the thing. Not everyone is running. Some people were actually expecting this.
They knew.
They knew. And they were there to meet.
Okay.
Which are described as
What?
their hybrid children.
Hybrid children. Wait, what?
I know. It's a lot, right?
That's a lot to process.
So right off the bat, there's this level of awareness, right?
Yeah, like some people were in on it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's, I mean, what do you make of that?
Yeah.
Like, some people knew this was coming.
That's fascinating, right? It makes you think, who knew? And how long have they known?
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got spaceships, blackouts, hybrid children.
Hybrid children, yeah.
This is getting pretty wild. So what happens next in this vision?
Okay, so then comes the announcement.
The announcement. All right.
And get this, okay? It's projected onto the buildings, onto the billboards in Times Square.
Okay.
Of all things, the face of Donald Trump appears.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Wow. That's a curveball.
Right, I know. So the reasoning behind it, and this is straight from the vision,
Yeah.
it's that people might be more likely to trust an announcement this big, about alien contact.
Oh, okay.
If it comes from, well, a familiar human face.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right. especially with all the secrecy and stuff surrounding this topic.
Yeah, like they need someone they recognize, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. So it kind of makes you think about, well, trust, right?
Yeah, trust and authority. Who do we believe, especially with something this out there?
Right. Like even in a crazy scenario like this, people are still looking for something familiar to latch onto.
Oh, that's so human, isn't it?
It is, right.
So what does Trump actually say? What's the message?
So that's the thing. Jessica's consciousness, she couldn't actually clearly hear what he said.
Really? So we don't know the specifics?
Yeah, it's kind of vague.
Yeah.
We know it's about the arrival of the hybrid children.
Right, that makes sense.
But the actual words, it's not clear.
Okay. So we've got the visual, but not the audio.
Exactly.
All right, so what happens after that? Do the kids, the hybrid children actually show up?
Oh, yeah. So then the hybrid children, they start to appear.
Go ahead.
And this is interesting. Some of them are described as being naked. Others are clothed.
A mix?
A mix, yeah. And, of course, everyone's trying to,
take pictures.
Take pictures and videos.
Of course.
But their phones are still messed up from the ships.
Oh, right. The technology's down.
Yeah. So there's this really immediate person-to-person experience happening.
Wow. Like you can't just record it and share it instantly. You're forced to just be there.
Be there in the moment.
In the moment. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So there's this, people are shocked. They're talking to each other.
Right. Trying to process it.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, totally.
But here's the thing. Jessica, she also picks up on this.
Okay.
Awareness. Like people?
Yeah.
The general public. They kind of already knew that extraterrestrial life existed.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So this wasn't like a total surprise.
It was more like confirmation.
Yeah, confirmation.
Wow. So it wasn't the idea of aliens that was shocking. It was the actual
appearance.
Yeah, the being there, the reality of it.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got the arrival, the initial shock. What happens to these hybrid children? What's next?
Okay, so then the vision, it shifts, right, to this idea of a hub.
A hub for the children.
For the children, yeah.
Okay.
And it's described as this: white virtual building.
Virtual. So not like a physical building.
No, not like
Yeah.
bricks and mortar, no. It's virtual.
So more like a mental space, or maybe accessible through technology.
Yeah, something like that.
Interesting.
So inside this hub, there are these figures.
Yeah, figures, okay.
They look like government officials.
Government officials, all right.
And they're talking to the people. They're encouraging everyone to, to welcome these hybrid children.
Oh!
To accept them.
That's nice, at least.
Yeah, it's meant to be a kind of gentle introduction, right?
Yeah, a welcoming committee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
What is it?
These government officials, they're not actually human.
What? Wait, so
they look human.
But they're not.
They're not.
Oh, this is getting complicated.
Right. So Jessica's consciousness, she says, they're Pleiadians.
Pleiadians. Okay, so for people who don't know, Pleiadians are, they're often thought of as these benevolent aliens, right?
Okay, yeah.
From the Pleiades star cluster.
Exactly.
Okay, so they're kind of like guiding us. Is that it?
Yeah, they're there to guide humanity, to help people accept the hybrid children.
That's interesting. So they're using these human disguises to make us more comfortable.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay. And what about Jessica and all this? What's she doing at this hub?
So it's interesting. She's overseeing the hybrid children.
Overseeing?
Yeah, but it's telepathic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's this energetic connection.
Okay, so she's not like talking to them or anything.
No, it's more intuitive,
Right. Nonverbal.
Yeah, nonverbal.
Okay, that's interesting.
And she becomes aware of another person, Raya.
Okay.
And Raya's on a different ship.
Okay, so it's not just Jessica doing this.
No, there are others.
Yeah, like a whole coordinated thing.
Yeah, it's like everyone's got their own intuitive task.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So what about the hybrid children? They just appear in this hub.
So they kind of go through this virtual tour,
A virtual tour?
Yeah. It's with reality-based technology.
Reality-based technology.
And it basically helps them adjust to Earth's vibration.
Oh, interesting.
Like the specific energy frequency of Earth.
Makes sense. It's like
acclimatizing,
but on an energetic level.
Exactly. So it's all happening within the hub before they're, dispersed to different places.
Okay, so it's like a transition zone.
Yeah, a transition zone.
That's really cool. All right, so we've had the contact, the arrival, the hub. What happens next in this future vision?
So then it jumps forward in time, right?
Okay, to when?
To like 2029 and beyond.
Wow, so we're jumping ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a transformed Earth.
A transformed Earth, all right. What does that look like?
Okay, so the environment it's mild. It's like perpetual summer, almost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right. And Jessica's consciousness, she finds herself on a beach.
Okay, beach vibes. I like it.
Yeah. And here's the big thing. The sun. It's different.
Different how?
It's big.
Oh, okay.
It's like people are absorbing energy from it for healing.
Really?
Yeah. And to elevate their vibration.
Oh, wow.
And there's this sense of peace,
Okay, so it's like the sun itself is healing?
Yeah, like, I don't know, maybe the energy's different.
Like supercharged or something?
Yeah, maybe.
That's pretty cool. So what about the structure of society? Are there still, like, governments?
So according to the vision, governments, as we know them, are gone.
Gone. Really? So who's in charge?
Well, it says different star systems.
Star systems?
Yeah, they're providing assistance to different regions on Earth.
Wow. So it's like intergalactic cooperation.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so no more presidents, no more prime ministers.
It sounds like it.
Wow, that's a big change.
Right, and then there's like the question of the economy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Money makes the world go round. Or did it?
Right, so currency.
Yeah.
Currency still exists.
Oh, okay.
But it's
digital.
Digital. And it's described as
energetic
currency.
Yeah, and it's basically a translation from the old money system.
So like an evolution of what we have now.
Yeah, yeah. People still use their phones and stuff.
Okay. So it's accessible.
But here's the big shift.
Okay.
There's Larine. There's very little wealth inequality.
Oh, that's good.
Right. Everyone's basic needs are met.
Wow, that's amazing. So nobody's struggling to,
No, it sounds like everyone's got what they need.
That's a huge change.
Yeah, it is.
So what are people doing all day if they're not, working 9-to-5 jobs?
It's interesting. It's described as a trade of skills and offerings.
Okay, so it's more like bartering maybe, or sharing knowledge.
Yeah, something like that.
Interesting.
And the diet it's mostly plant-based.
Plant-based, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, there's individual variations, right? Everyone has their own thing.
Yeah. And people wear comfortable clothes.
Yeah.
It's like, there's this
freedom.
Less
rigid, less structured.
Exactly.
Okay, that sounds pretty utopian.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
You mentioned China earlier. Is there anything specific about China in this vision?
Oh, yeah. So it talks about, the government officials who were, all about power and control.
Okay.
And also the top 1%, the super rich.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Gone. What happened to them?
So it's like the new Earth energy. It's incompatible with their with their vibration,
So they couldn't exist in this new world.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Wow. That's pretty intense.
It is.
Okay, so this new Earth, it sounds pretty different from what we're used to.
It is.
What about the rules and just how people interact with each other?
So there are way fewer rules.
Okay, less regulation.
Yeah, less regulation. And it's like there's less separation between people.
Okay, more unity.
More unity, yeah. And Earth itself, it's described as a hub for energy exchange.
So it's like, we're all connected.
Yeah.
Wow, do people still travel?
Oh, yeah. People travel all over for cultural exchange to share their skills.
That's cool.
It's really interesting. And there's a reinforcement system.
A reinforcement system.
Yeah, but it's not like the police.
Okay, so there's still some kind of order or
Yeah, but it's different.
Based on something else.
Yeah, it's more about like communal understanding maybe.
Interesting.
And energy balance.
Okay, that makes sense in this new world.
Yeah, it does.
So this is a huge transformation.
It is.
How did it all happen? What was the catalyst for this change?
Okay, so according to the vision, it was an economic collapse.
Oh, wow.
And a blackout.
A blackout, like a global...
Yeah, a big one.
Okay.
And when the power came back on, the old internet, gone. The banking systems.
Gone too.
Gone. Everything.
Wow.
Financial structures.
So a total reset.
A total reset. And at first, people panicked.
Of course. I mean, that's scary.
Yeah. But it forced everyone to abandon the old system.
And that's what led to this new way of doing things.
Exactly.
Wow. That's a pretty drastic way to get there. But
I know, right?
Okay.
But it worked.
It did. All right. So we've got this new Earth, this new society. What about the hybrid children? What's their role in all this?
So their purpose,
Yeah.
it's basically to help humanity, to help us grow.
Help us evolve, yeah.
Evolve, yeah. And they have their hub, right? And it's a place for development, for production.
Okay.
And get this.
What?
They grow this. All vitamin vegetable.
An all vitamin vegetable. What is that?
I know. It's supposed to be, like, super nutritious.
Wow. Okay, so the hybrid kids are bringing us new food tech.
Yeah, basically.
That's really interesting. What about other technology? Did we lose all of it with the blackout?
No. It says people still use the internet, smartphones.
Oh, okay.
But it's all on these new platforms.
Yeah.
Centralized, free.
Interesting.
And they're designed for meaningful connection.
So it's more about quality interaction.
Yeah.
Not just mindless scrolling.
Exactly. So technology's still there. It's just, it's different.
Yeah, it's evolved like everything else.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, so let me see if I got this straight. Aliens land in Times Square.
Right.
Hybrid children show up. There's this global reset with the blackout and the economy collapsing.
Yeah.
And then we end up with this peaceful, unified, high vibe Earth.
Exactly.
Wow. That's quite a story.
It is.
And to be clear, this is all from Jessica's vision, right?
Yeah, this is what she experienced under hypnosis.
Under hypnosis, right.
I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Of course.
It's exploring the ideas.
Exploring the ideas.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I guess for you listening.
Yeah. What do you think? Does any of this resonate with you?
Yeah, like what parts of this future, this potential future, do you find yourself hoping for or maybe a little wary of?
Yeah, exactly. Like what possibilities does it raise? What challenges?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Unity, evolution.
Big concepts.
Yeah. And radical change.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot to think about.
It is. And, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, exploring consciousness and all that, Naomi, the hypnotist, she actually wrote a book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Next Level You. You can find it on Amazon.
Cool.
Yeah. It's, it's not directly related to this vision or anything.
Right.
But it does kind of touch on similar themes.
Yeah. Raising your consciousness.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all connected in a way.
It is.
So, yeah, this HypnoVibes material, it's a lot, right?
It is a lot.
It gives us so much to think about. It's a window into, well, a possible future,
A potential path.
A potential path.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks for sharing it with us.
Yeah. Thanks for sending it in, everyone. It's definitely given us
Plenty to ponder.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Catch you later.
I'm in a spaceship. It's actually somewhere my physical body is not there. It's my consciousness that's there. Yeah, I'm sleeping. It's nighttime around 9 p.m. Times Square suddenly shuts down. All the lights shuts down. Cannot see that very clearly. But it's a hot month. Hybrids. Yes. Maybe 30 of them. A mixture. Oh, they're very nice. They're very excited to come. No, they are grays. They're operating the spaceship. One of them seems to be me. No, Grogger is somewhere else. That's not Grogger. I was like a gray. It looks like a gray. Not tall or short, just medium height. Male. Oh no, there's no name. Very big head. Around 4. Because in order to get people's attention, they have to close out all the lights in Times Square. And then when they reopen, there'll be something there. Well, a lot of spaceships are landing in Times Square at the moment. They're in the sky. Yes. In their own way, yes. Some people. Most ran because the lights were off. But because of the vibration of the spaceship, a lot of their cell phones do not work. Because of the vibrations of the spaceship, their cell phones or any technology does not work. There's a lot of chaos. There's some chaos. But there are others who also knew that this event would happen beforehand, and they came to meet their hybrid children. Yes.
Oh, does that mean I'm probably?
I think so. I feel like I sense you there.
It's Times Square. It's in New York.
Yeah. Not sure. Because your hybrid children are not coming together. So the announcement is when the spaceships will project some kind of light onto the buildings and the billboards from space.
Really?
People don't really trust if aliens just show up. They have to trust a human speaking. And it's just more appropriate if Trump says something. Yes. He's just giving an announcement I can't hear very clearly. They're not allowing me to hear very clearly. But he is announcing the arrival of hybrid children. And when they come, they're kind of naked. No. Some have clothes on. People are trying to record with their phones, but the phones are not working. They're very shocked, and they're just talking to each other. Well, they already made an announcement that there's life. They just haven't really seen them with their own eyes. Why they're very surprised.
Trump announced it because in the past the presidents hide it.
They're just walking to their hub. The hybrids have a hub. It's just like a white building near. Not really actually. Yes, it's not very like. There are certain people in the government that are saying something as well. They're trying to convince people we have to welcome the presence of hybrid children. Yes, new people in the government. They're not actually people from the government. They look human, but they're not human. They have to put on a human body in order for people not to freak out. Yes, but they're not humans. They don't come to the ones to bring the message, so they will see their face. But they're not hybrid. They're either Palladians or some other, we don't know yet. They don't come to Earth. They just do it with technology from their own planet. Remote, yeah. I'm overseeing the hybrid children, yes, telepathically. Yeah. That they're just very excited to be here.
Oh, you see Raya?
She's not on my spaceship. I cannot see her. They all have their own, yes. You can say tasks, but it's really, how do I explain it? It's not in the way that we see it as a task, but yeah. A lot of hybrid children just there having a virtual tour. A lot of like reality technology. They're trying to get used to the energetic vibration of Earth. And after that, they disperse to their own place. The weather is very mild. It's like 70 degrees in the summer. Not see much. I'm on the beach. No, it's the sun is out. And people are absorbing energy from the sun, healing, sun therapy, they call it. Right. It's very different. It's a different sun. Helps them raise their vibration and consciousness, almost like helping them understand who they are. It's a feeling, not memory. Yeah, more peaceful. But this is like, yeah, even 2029, a little further ahead. No, this is a different country. Governments don't exist anymore. A lot of the different star systems come and help out different countries. No, it's digital currency. It's not something that you can say it's energetic, but there's still something that translated from what people had. It's on their phone.
Is there wealth inequality?
Not as much because people have all their basic needs met. But people are not really into amassing wealth because things are not that expensive. Right. There are spaceships. I trade depends on what you can offer to others.
Do people still have 9-to-5 jobs?
Not in the same structure that there is now. They have adopted to more of a plant-based diet if they feel like it depends on the person. Just normal clothes. Nothing really have normal. Whatever people want to wear, it's not. Yeah.
What happened to China?
The government officials were exposed. A lot of them have disappeared. So have the ones that have been controlling the economy. Basically, the people behind, like the top 1%, have either flee the country or they have been, in a way, socially killed by the majority. It's just that the energy of this new earth is not a vibrational match with these people who are very much after money, wealth, and power. They have been exposed. Yes, but there are not as many rules. There's not as much separation. Nothing. It's still considered one of the hottest hubs for energy exchange. People actually travel more because they realize we have to be together and help each other out. So they travel more in exchange of culture, in exchange of their own trade, their own skills. There's a structure. It's not just free, but I cannot really get a sense of the details of the new structure. There is still a reinforcement system. It's just not the same as police. Yeah, specifics. So the version of Earth that is experiencing open contact has experienced a huge economical crash. And it went hand in hand with a blackout. And when the electricity comes back, the majority of the things from the internet and existing structures have been wiped out. They just don't exist anymore.
The bank doesn't.
Yes, like the banks, no more.
Then people are going to be panicking, right? Because their money is gone.
Right, but they don't use money anymore. Well, the hybrid children, they help us grow. I don't see that in 2026 yet. People are still experiencing changes. Oh, the hybrid children, they provide that for us. They have their own building. Oh, it's like what you said, the hub. Yeah. Have their own building that grows a lot of food. They created their own vegetable. Right, but has all the vitamins. We still have internet. We still have smartphones. We still need to communicate with each other. It's just not the same. There's new platforms. I see this like new website. Of course, it's still a digital virtual platform, but people use it differently. It's actually something to help. It's a centralized application that everyone has access to. It's free. And yes, a lot of virtual, digital